In essence, you're looking at yourself. Well, how do you feel when you look at yourself? When you dig deep inside yourself, do you like what you see? You know, calisthenics means for me inner strength. You know, the ability to pull yourself up and to push yourself through. We have so many forces against us, from the food we eat to the air we breathe, and the calisthenics culture helped me to survive, to live, and it's actually saved my life. You know, this is not a fad. This is not just about selling shirts and socks. This is about humanity. This is a lifestyle. Be unlimited.
I saw you borrowing from all these different elements.
I worked with pretty much everyone in their own way.
Yeah, you hit the weights. Then one day you was going around the track with Batman. Then the next day you were doing abs by yourself down by the bleachers. I'm like, woo, it's about to get ugly. And then the destruction came. Listen, salute and respect to everybody. The destruction came. Salute and respect to everybody. Like I said, your opponent is a lovely person. From what I know, don't know her personally, but it was a washout. And we just got to keep it 100. And we're going to give you your flowers here, because I don't feel I feel like as a child of Wingate, we're going to claim you that you didn't get the flowers that you properly deserve. Mm-hmm. Because for you to do what you did from what you came from and the work that you put in, I'm about to go on a little bit of a tangent right now, because because you deserve this. This is because when it comes to Wingate, especially going all the way back to Team Wingate, of course, there's a certain level of respect. But like I told you off camera, low key, a lot of people didn't respect the whole Team Wingate movement or the people that were a part of it, because I just feel like people thought we were a bunch of misfits. Like we were just all thrown together and we were just strong, crazy, wild dudes. So I said, whenever something incredible happens in the park, especially from a woman such as you, it has to be celebrated. It's like we have to capture that lightning in the bottle, because a lot of young women can learn from this. Not even young women, young men can learn from this. Like just people in general seeing something so incredible in a moment in time, you have to salute it. You know what I mean? Because I said, if it was the other way around, and if your opponent had been one, it would have been plastered all over social media, all over, we know what it is. So I said, all right, if no one's going to do it for you, we're going to do it for you. So, we got to put some, Dr. Dre had to step out. Can we get some hand clap, Nigel? Hand clap for Miss Sydney Alexzandria.
Thank you.
Yes, for what you accomplished.
Yeah, shout out.
Big up.
She teared up
the place. Broke up the place. You know what I mean? So, that's important to me, and I think it's important to everybody that was a part of your development. You know what I mean? How was your experience outside of the actual workout? Keep it 100.
My experience, I didn't know what I was going to expect. Mm-hmm. So once I found out I was doing a competition and I met her, I don't know how I felt. 100%.
I get it.
Like, I don't know how I felt, because I felt like I had to prove myself. And
which is understandable.
Yeah, a lot of people doubted me, and it put a lot of pressure on me, 100%, because I would wake up in the morning or at night, and that's the first thing that came to my mind was this competition, what people were saying. And then on social media, when they did, I think it was like a vote, who do you think is going to win, Sydney or her? I don't want to, I don't know how to enunciate her name, so I don't want to murder
No, it's cool. We salute to her, 100%.
But once I saw that, and then I saw the votes, I told myself, like, I don't need social media. I don't need any of this. Like, this battle is for me, and I just don't need that distractions. Like, I want to focus on what's happening now and what I want to do to win this, because a lot of people, there was a lot of talk, a lot of chatter.
A lot of capping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
yeah. You can say it. I say it for you. I just feel like people was capping, and when you did win, I saw everybody jumping in the video. Like what Suge Knight said, all in the video, all in the pictures. And some of them is good people that I know.
Yeah.
And we have a good relationship, but not all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's, I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's the reason I moved the way I moved, because I'm just not. I'm not gonna fake it for it to play the game. And I just feel like you have that same energy, that you just a real, genuine person, and you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Like, and I understand that if you want to be a part of it, there's a certain role that you have to play. I get that, but to me, it just wasn't real. And that's why I always slew to Batman. That's why I always slew to Cecil. And then I know everybody, I said it before, everybody don't agree with Cecil and he has a certain personality.
Yeah.
I understand that. But he was in your corner for real.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. And he respected you. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like try you in any way. You know what I mean? And that's important. I just think that sometimes it could be a little bit too much. You know what I mean? And I saw that you got off of social media for a while. You want to talk about why you did that?
Mental health, and just really after the competition to focus on myself, and like I take my training seriously. Not saying anybody doesn't, but after seeing the competition, I had some things that I wanted to correct and work on. And
for yourself.
And just social media, like certain things really get to me.
Yeah,
so
I get
just try to like not get too comfortable being on it or spending too much time on it. I
understand because it's the same reason I don't follow a lot of people. This is I don't associate with a lot of people on social media. I know a lot of them probably don't like it and don't get it, but that's one of the reasons why. It's from my own. I'm sensitive.
Protect yourself, your peace, your energy, all the above.
And you can be affected so easily off of social media. And I had to realize that, okay, it's just not for me to be a part of certain circles. It's not for me to be a part of certain like teams and things. That's just not what I'm in it for. It never was. Because I feel like, and you may feel the same, when it comes to being like a YouTuber, you think about doing something like that? Or
I have a YouTube account. I'm trying to grow it. So,
do you really want to be in that game? Because like I told you, that's shark filled waters.
I definitely do. I know it's gonna come with a lot, but like what I want to do is just make an impact, but at the same time protect my peace with social media. So I'm trying to do both at the same time while still promoting myself. Right, which is hard.
It is.
Because I had a question though. Before you move on. So was that the first time you competed, or is it?
It was the first time.
That was your first competition?
First competition. Did I think I would ever do a competition? No, but I wanted to, see what it was like.
Now that you see what it's like, would you do it again?
I would do it again. Okay. Definitely. I don't know when, but hey.
I mean, you probably gonna get that call coming this summer.
It's
I told you the target gonna be on your back. It's on your back.
It should be competitions.
I don't want it on my back.
It's on your back because you did what you did. Like you won in such a spectacular fashion. It's so funny. I still look at the videos and I can see their faces. Like it was like their faces was on the floor, like they saw a spirit. Like
it was just a lot of doubt.
She was possessed, bro. She's possessed. Go watch that bar club competition.
It looked like you went in a whole
I saw it. It was she was possessed, and they was pushing her. So yeah,
you turned into a She-Hulk or something. Like it was like you went into a whole nother zone.
Well, I have this thing where I get into. I don't want to say get into like another headspace, but when I am pushed to doubted. So like for me in boxing, my second day, I believe it was, I went up against this girl in the ring, and I didn't want to do it. Like I called my dad and I was like on the verge of tears. Like this girl wants to like spar with me in the ring and yada, yada, yada. And he's like, well, you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And I'm like, I can't look like a punk, and that's the thing with me. I feel like I always have to prove myself. And I have to look a certain way. So it started in track. It started in boxing. And
when you got in that competition, you got that Wingate spirit.
So she is competitive. I guess
I'm very competitive. I have two brothers. I have to be.
Have you? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off. You didn't know? Have you trained with Doc yet?
Have I trained with Doc? When I was getting ready for the competition. I wouldn't say trained. I did a few of his workouts just for like shoots and stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
Were you compensated properly for your shoots?
No.
Like, I have to ask this question because I speak about truth. That's what we about here, and that's been my whole beef with not only with that brother, but with several of them in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're gonna use my likeness, if you're gonna use my energy and my face, compensate me because you're worth it. You're worth more than anybody could afford for what you did. Mm-hmm. And we had this discussion off camera. Like in the park where I was sitting, I was like, listen, you are worth so much. And I say this time after time after time to all calisthenics athletes. Listen, you demand your respect. Get your just due. And you know that. You know that.
I honestly didn't expect anything going up for the competition because I knew it was all for promo. So.
Okay. Don't ever do that again. Please. For me. Because
yeah, you have to change.
No. Yeah, listen, because you're worth. Each of us, even Batman here and Nigel and myself, anybody, it doesn't matter what level you are. If you're going to be a part of a competition of any sort, just think if you were an ESPN or an NBA or NFL or even tennis, this is a business. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to say there's a business part of the sport, respect first of all, have integrity and respect my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't know, tell me. Because that's what I'm about. Like, you know, a lot of people, and they shun me because of it, because I'm going to tell the truth. And that's what you deserve, is the truth. And it's like, for, I think, a lot of teams, especially with Team Wingate, we didn't know, but I knew. Mm-hmm. And because I knew, I pulled back. Because I said, this ain't right. This is not right. You're building a team and a brand on the backs of these men and women, and they're being used. What do you get back from that? A t-shirt? Some views? I don't care about that. That doesn't matter. There's people out there, like I said, with 10, 20 million views and have nothing. For what? I mean, you can do it for yourself, and I get that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not trying to put that pressure on you, but I'm kind of am. And I put that pressure on anybody that's a part of this calisthenic culture when they are a part of the actual, like, competitions, you know what I'm saying? Because it matters. It's fair. You know what I mean? So, and I know life ain't fair. Yeah. But knowledge is key. So, you know, that's just what I'll just put that out to Batman. What say you? Head nod, yes, no? All right then. You know what I mean? So that's what we all about. So what are your plans for the future as far as like fitness outside of like competitions and things of that nature?
I definitely want to be a big YouTuber, and I definitely.
Are you prepared to show some skin to do it?
Not like that, no.
I mean, I'm just saying. The game is a game.
You know what? There's, like, I understand a sports bra and like regular shorts, but you won't see me in like. I'm not comfortable.
I mean, but you do your thing.
Yeah, but some people just is.
It's extra.
Yeah.
I could see a Sydney line, by the way.
I mean, that would be nice.
That'd be hard. I can see it.
You mean like a Sydney line of fitness wear?
Yeah, fitness wear, for sure. Definitely.
Comfortable wear, because I think a lot of women don't have that out there. And I understand that. 100%. Because I'm very picky about what I wear when it comes to working out.
And I see a lot of women trying it. And some of them are really, really nice. And some of them are, you get what I'm saying? But I always, for me, I always say, we always wear Nike, Under Armour, all these other brands. Why not create our own brands and wear our own stuff? Like, you know what I mean? And whoever hits hot and ends up in Models or Foot Locker or whatever it be, they'll open the door for the rest of us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, think about it. Do you swim? Not really?
Every probably 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay.
I'm not like great, but I could swim.
Would you go for the Olympics?
Doing what?
I don't know.
What would you go to the Olympics for?
She's an athlete though. Like
I'm definitely an athlete, and I will always be. But I don't know. A lot of I've been told I train like crazy.
Yeah, you really do.
Well, maybe. How did you start the show with what's her name?
Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Oh yeah,
maybe a decathlon.
Decathlon. Yeah, I started it out sorry to cut you off, Nigel, but because well, as far as for me, from my perspective, that's what you reminded. I'm an old head, you know, so I can kind of remember her at the tail end of her career. Jackie Joyner-Kersee was one of the most celebrated women Olympians ever. She was from St. Louis, I think, and man, she used to just blow all of her competition out of the water. There's this one clip on she was doing the 100-yard dash, and she ran in a 10.5, and she was already beating the crowd, and in the last 25, she just booked it. Like, you can see it. If you go on YouTube now, it's like she just took off that extra 50 yards, and she was smiling the whole time. And when I see you train, I was just like, yo, that reminds me how you train. Reminds me of her in the calisthenics world, fitness world. So keep up the good work, man. It's amazing. How was your training when you went to all these different people? Because I saw you in Coney Island, then you'll be in this park, then you'll be in that park. How was your experience?
Well, most of my training, I would say 95% of it was at Wingate. I did Coney Island.
The gate.
I did Coney Island. I just went to like see what was down there.
Right.
If it wasn't Wingate, it was at home.
Right.
So it was one or the other.
I saw a nice video you put up on your ground when you was training jumping rope and doing handstands. Do you do that regularly, like when you?
Not regularly, but
you get busy when you decide to get busy.
Just try to make sure I still have it, pretty much.
Okay. Are you still training now?
Always, every day.
Really?
I take one day off of the week.
You 6 days a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder. That's not regular. I used to do that, and I just remember I was really strong. I remember that, and I felt like I just couldn't be messed with, like as far as fitness. But for you, that's, man, do you train 6 days a week, Nigel?
Shit, I don't train at all. I don't train at all. I work out here and there.
So it's almost like you're in training camp all the time.
Definitely, and I think after the competition, for me, it was like I definitely need to like stay on top of it. Just
because they're coming for your head.
Not for that reason, just stay on top of it in general. And I wanted to be better than what I was at that competition in general.
Better?
Yeah.
Watch
I saw
out, ladies.
things and...
Yeah, watch out, ladies, for real. How can you be better than that?
Cleaner form, better reps.
I like it.
You know.
I like it. So you really look at yourself and pick yourself apart as far as how your technique.
I think we are all our harshest critic. So for me, and then after the competition, you know, there's so many opinions of this and that, and sometimes you listen to it.
She's low-key competitive.
Oh, yeah, for sure, competitive. How do you feel about the call-outs in the calisthenics? Because you get called out. I've seen you get called out.
Me?
Like, yeah, you need, you know. I'm
not, like, really up to date with everything.
Cool.
And I don't know who called me out and who didn't. I don't know.
Man, it's like you got blinders on. Like, you just going and you just in your own lane. And you don't get...
That's just how I roll, to be honest.
That's hard.
Literally. Focus on myself, my goals, my fitness, and that's just how you stay on top.
That's super hard. I like that because I think a lot of people, it's easy for them to get caught up in the whole, you know, everything of it. From, like you said, the social media, from people wanting you to be at this function and this event. And it's like sometimes it's tough, that pressure. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you're just trying to avoid? Is just not for you?
What? Just
the pressure of being a part of this culture and being a competitor, because competition is something that a lot of people really look to as something that they want to be a part of. Like,
I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really bother me, but my thing is I don't want to get caught up in like the ego. I don't want to have like a cocky ego. Like, I just always want to be me.
It's a lot of that.
Be humble.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fake humble out there too.
Yeah. So I mean, ultimately, what in fitness, what would be your goal, like the super goal?
My super goal: a motivator, an influencer, get sponsored. Hopefully, I saw this woman on Instagram and she had like a whole boot camp of like training people, and I was thinking like that would be an amazing idea. Like, I can do what I'm passionate about while making an impact on other people's lives.
What do you think? Are you looking to be a part of a team? Like, what if, say, Barbarians came to you, or Boss Life, Athletics, or any of the top? I don't know all of them. These are only two I know at the top of my head. Any of these other ones? Is that something that you will entertain, or are you?
I don't know. Honestly, like I'm focused on me.
Would you start your own team?
Would I start my own team? I don't think I'm that big to start my own team. Like, I don't view myself.
Well, you don't have to be
I mean,
big.
Team Wingate is still there though.
It's true, but I've never really been invited to be part of any team.
Right.
And I don't know how I feel about joining a team. If it happens, it happens. But I
don't know if I like that answer, Nigel. What you think, man? I think you know.
I don't know. Honestly, it's all.